Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about circuit training. There's a lot of different ways to exercise, supersets, straight sets, circuit training, and so much more. Today we're going to go over circuit training. There are many benefits. One of those is you get an increased heart rate. Because you're doing exercises back to back to back and then some, you give your body very little time to rest. So it's a great way to get a lot of workouts done in a very short amount of time, but be very productive while you're doing those things. So here's a couple of things that we need to know. Here's your basics for circuit training. What you want to do is pick a couple of exercises. I'll have some ready to go for you. What you do is you take your exercises, A, B, and C. Maybe you have more, that's okay. For this, we'll use 3 examples. So you're going to do your exercises back to back to back, take a rest, repeat. Let's say we're doing some arms, for example, okay? You could be doing bicep curls, tricep extensions, and then maybe shoulder raises. So you're going to do your bicep curls, let's say 12 reps, you're going to complete them, you're going to put those dumbbells down, and then right away you're going to pick up whatever you need to do your tricep extensions. You're going to do your reps, right away switch down to your shoulders, do those, and then you get that rest period. Your rest period will be determined by your exercises. So if you're doing a lot of exercises that make your heart rate really, really high, you're going to need some more rest in between those. If you're doing exercises that are a little lower intensity, you don't need quite so much rest. Once you do all those exercises, that means you completed one circuit. I normally recommend doing a circuit 4 or maybe 5 times, depending on the workouts, before you finish that circuit or that round for the day. Okay, so we have our basic kind of circuit, all right? This is not time, this is just going for reps. So for example, I'm gonna do a circuit with jumping jacks, push-ups, and some crunches, kind of get a full body going there as well as my heart rate. So I'm gonna start with 50 jumping jacks. I'm gonna do those, 49, 50, then immediately I'm gonna get on the ground, do my 20 push-ups, and then right away after that, I'm gonna do my 25 crunches. Then I get my little rest break. For this routine, I think no more than a minute rest should be just fine. If you're just starting out and you're a beginner, you might need more. That's okay, don't worry. Once I've taken my rest, I'm gonna go back, do that all over again. I'm gonna do that whole routine 5 times, and then I've completed my workout for the day. That's your basic kind of circuit. Okay, the next kind of circuit we have are AMRAPs, A-M-R-A-P. We call those AMRAPs, and what that stands for is as many reps as possible. So before, where we were having a set number of each exercise, this one you're gonna shoot for as many as you can do, normally within 1 minute time frame. You can of course adjust that to 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you need, but the average time people use is 1 minute. So let's use those same exercises. Jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches. I'm gonna start my timer, whether it's on your phone or your watch, doesn't matter. Get that stopwatch going. For 1 minute, I'm gonna do as many jumping jacks as I can. Right when that minute's up, I'm on the ground doing push-ups for the next minute. I'm gonna do as many as I can. And then you guessed it, on that third one of those crunches, I can lay on my back, do as many as I can in that minute time frame, and then I'll get to take my rest period. Normally that rest period I will do 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can adjust based off your needs. And then again, repeat, and I would suggest doing that at least 4 to 5 times if you're doing something like this routine. I like to challenge myself, so let's say in that first minute I do 60 jumping jacks, just making up a number, and I do 20 push-ups and I do 50 crunches. The next time I'm gonna try to do 61. I'm gonna try to do 21, and I'm gonna try to do 51. I'm always gonna try to beat it by at least 1 to challenge myself. Those are AMRAPs. Okay, we're gonna go over one more type of circuit training today, and that's EMOMs, E-M-O-M. We call those EMOMs. Every minute, on the minute. Some people say every minute of the minute. I prefer on the minute because it's more accurate. Now for these ones, we're gonna bring back counting reps. So with AMRAPs, it's how many you can do. With EMOMs, it's getting a certain amount done within 1 minute. So we're gonna stick with the exercises that we've been using. When you start that timer, you're gonna try to do 25 jumping jacks in 1 minute. Let's say those 25 jumping jacks only take you 30 seconds. That means until the next minute, right, you have 30 seconds of rest. So the sooner you get those done, that's more in that minute you get to rest before the next exercise. When the next minute starts, so we go from 0, right at that 60-second mark, you're gonna start your push-ups. If you didn't finish your 25 jumping jacks, that's okay, go straight to push-ups. Try to do 15, you have 60 seconds to do that, okay? Once those 60 seconds are up, you gotta go right to crunches, do 20 of them. So the quicker you get each one done, you have that much of a time frame in that minute to rest. So push yourself, still have good form, okay? Don't risk quantity for quality. Always do good form and try to get some rest in there. Try to beat your time every time. So if it took you 25 seconds to do 25 jumping jacks, try to do it in 24 the next circuit, the next round that you do. Again, once you do that, you're gonna repeat. You don't get to do a rest minute in there, right? Because if you get those 20 crunches done in 30 seconds, that's 30 seconds of rest. So right when that next minute begins, right on that minute, you're gonna start all over again. Remember to do at least 4 or 5 sets of those. So those are the basics to circuit training. Of course, there's more options you have out there. Those are just the basic 3 you're gonna see wherever you go. Look at my videos coming up. I'm gonna have some examples of circuit training that you can try out for yourself. I personally think EMOMs and AMRAPs push me the most. But again, if you're a beginner or maybe you have an injury, you can only do the basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. Always start with the basic, and then you can move up from there.